Okay, so let's continue on page 479. So on page 479, it asks how far is the museum from the aquarium? Remember that each unit on the map represents 1 mile. So between 0 and this line right here is 1 mile. From 0 to 2 on the x-axis, that's 2 miles. Okay, and so on and so forth. So let's start with the first question. How far is the museum from the aquarium? So let's first identify the museum right here and the aquarium right there. Okay. How far is the y-axis? How far from the y-axis is the aquarium? So here's my aquarium. This is my y-axis. Okay, this line right here. So how far is it from there? It is 1, 2. Okay, 2. And remember our unit. We have to label. It is miles. Okay, how far from the y-axis is the museum? So now I'm on y-axis again, and then to the museum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it is 5 miles. Okay, and then again, how much further from the y-axis is the museum compared to the aquarium? So how much further is the museum? How much further is the museum away from the y-axis than the aquarium is? So this is 5. I'm sorry. Yes, this is 5, and this is 2. Okay, so how much further is it away? It is 3. 1, 2, 3. It is 3 miles further. Okay, and then how far is the museum from the aquarium then? So if these 2 points are 3 miles far from each other, then that means that the museum is 3 miles far from the aquarium. Okay, so that's the same thing, 3 miles. Okay. Um, so if you noticed, if we looked at our points from the beginning, okay, we were at the museum and we were at the aquarium. If we counted the space between them, okay, on the straight line, since they're both on the same line, we would have seen that it is 1, 2, 3 miles away from one another. Okay, the next part, it wants you to figure out how far the park is from the aquarium. Okay, so here's the park up here. This is the aquarium. It asks you first how far is the x-axis. Okay, here's the x-axis from the aquarium. So you would see how far this is from the x-axis, and then it asks you how far is the x-axis from the park. You would figure out how far the x-axis, this line, is from the park, and then what is the difference between those 2 points. And then finally you would say, oh, okay, the distance is this many miles. And remember to label, label, label. Okay, over here, it is the same thing. The ranch is located at 1-9, okay? So we need to label for the ranch, okay? So we would go x-axis first, okay? X, and then Y, just like the alphabet, okay? So we will go to X first. This is my X line, it says x-axis right here. So I would go 1 and then up 9, okay? Up over here. And that is my ranch. I'm going to label it R. So I'll write out the full name, ranch, so you guys know what we're talking about up here. Okay. This is page 470. I'm sorry, 480. Plot and label the location of the ranch. Explain how you plotted the point. Okay, so here it is. I plotted it. Explain. How did I get that? How did I know that the ranch had to go here? Okay, you're going to skip over 5 and 6. You're going to go over here to plot the points and the coordinate grid. This is your coordinate grid. These are your ordered pairs. You're going to go ahead. I'll do the first one for you and help you out. So again, X first. Okay, X first. Then your Y. Okay. So I'm going to go on my x-axis. I'm going to go to 5 again. It's 2, 4, so 5 must be over here in the middle. And I'm going to go up 0, okay? So I didn't go anywhere. And I'm just going to go ahead and label that point A.